Hey all, and this is the Unforgotten Disarray event. This is Water and Immortal Killer. Now I have made two decks for this event so far. One for taking on the maps and one for taking on the bosses. Now because of the way Gem Crush works, the best method seems to be to make mixed decks, so this is what I have done. The first deck for the maps. This has the ultra rare from the Golems deck. This gives that attack bonus of 2500%. As this is Immortal Killer, this works on all the cards. This is the main hero from the event. I think this is actually a pretty good main hero. Creates 4 Power Gem 4s. That's the Apex Predators card. This is mainly for the 300% damage and 600% HP bonus. That's useful in Crusades when I pick an event card or another card that has that. Always best to pick an Immortal Killer card as your ally. So this is the Wave Warriors card. This is more effective on the bosses. Creates 4 Power Gem 4s. On the bosses, that's normally doubled as I use the ultra rare from that deck, and then I just have another high performance unit area. So that's the team I am using for the maps. Now for the bosses, it's slightly different. I have included the glorious Golems in this deck. This is mainly for the extra power gems. This creates 10 when supercharged. I'm sure you are all aware of this ultimate form. I've used it in quite a few other videos. And then the other card is the Enchanting Empress. This also has damage immunity and gives that celebrating skill. Then the power gems on this card are doubled. So that's pretty effective. So let's actually play the event now. Here we go. So, yeah, I got kind of stuck on the Carillion map. There's a boss up and it's got absolutely ridiculous health on it. I had a few attacks but only took off, well, as you can see, 58 trillion. It's still got 300 trillion left. I don't recommend taking on the Carillion map. This time around it's ridiculously difficult. So my advice is to focus on the Diamond map. So I'm going to search for an Immortal Killer card to test out my deck on. I think let's use another Apex Predators. This will give the HP bonus. So here we go. This is about the same difficulty as the Carillion map used to be in previous events. The new Carillion map is way harder. I'm not going to be playing the Carillion map. I'm completely stuck at that boss and don't think I can get past it. Now this deck is mixed, so the first goal is to try and match 9 dark gems. Once that is done, use one of the Golem ultra rares, like so. And now you can start doing damage. So let's start getting some decent power gems up. That should probably be enough, I would have thought. I'm sure you are all already aware of this, but try to match the two highest value power gems when you can. So again, for this map, I'm going to use the Golem's ultra rare. This keeps the supercharged bonus going. And also prevents me from dying, which is always useful. I think I will use it again as there's... Or should I? No, let's give it a go. This might be enough to take out this wave. Let's see. Well, it's... Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Alright, now for the boss. The bosses are by far the hardest part. I need a really good grid full of power gems for the boss. Let's see if I can get that. That's not bad. I will try and use the skills and see what I get. There's a power gem level 11 on the left, so let's try matching that with the 10. Let's see how much damage that does. That was good. That was really good. There we go. That's the map done. Alright, so let's move on to the guild bosses now. The Corellium guild boss. You don't even want to look at the health for this boss. And getting the keys to even attack it is very, very difficult, especially if you can't do the Corellium map. I'm hoping I'll get a bunch of keys for this later on. But yeah, even with a 6-star ultimate form and event deck, this is going to be a major problem. This has fear on it as well. Let's get away from that horrible boss. So the other bosses don't look especially difficult. I think let's try a ruby boss. So this does have fear, and I don't have a fear counter card. However, this is more intended for the solo bosses over the guild bosses. Right, let's battle boost it and see how effective this actually is. Right, so my aim is to get that card up and that card up. So I need 9 of each gem to start. And I think I've only got 8 dark gems, which is a little bit annoying. Because this keeps casting fear, it's going to be a pain now if it takes down the Golem's card. I'm hoping it won't. Guess what? It did. Brilliant. Okay. This isn't exactly going well. Fear is one of the most annoying skills. I can't do anything until it stops stealing the Golem's cards, so this might take a bit of patience. Okay, that's all right. And then just match. I'm sure you can see, but yeah, fear is causing me all sorts of problems here. Poison isn't especially effective. Okay, there's quite a few power gems on the grid now, so let's try and do something. That was completely the wrong move. I'm not sure what that's going to do. Yeah. Right, we'll try again. This would definitely be better with a fear counter. This attack has not gone well at all. However, I will try again. So this is what I'm sort of trying to do. I'm not sure if that was the biggest power gem, but hopefully that will do. There we go. That's the hit I wanted. So even with fear, I did manage to beat the boss. Yeah, that was a nice hit at the end. So yeah, the goal is to try and match the two highest value power gems. I'm going to try on the diamond boss as well, but fear is a real pain. Ideally, I want two power gems next to each other that are level 10 or higher. So I'm not sure what happened there. It didn't really give me many dark gems. So that's not actually too bad for a start. My health is getting low really quickly though. I'm just going to try that for now. I haven't got any of the water cards available. Unfortunately, Golem's ultra rare has been taken again. I may set up a better team that actually has a fear counter at some point. I think that might be a good idea. I can try from here. I don't know how effective this will be. Depends on what power gems spawn. No, there's nothing good. Well, I have that card up now. The Enchanting Empress. So that's going to give me a damage immunity. And I think I can get the Golem's card up again now. Quite a lot of power gems from that attack. Let's see which cards get kept. It's not actually too bad. Let's try it. Yeah, there's nothing. I think with fear, it relies too much on luck. Unfortunately, this time, I haven't had any luck, so my damage is extremely poor. I can't do anything until the Golem's ultra rare is up and it's taken the skill again. So yeah, this isn't really going to work like this. So let's look through my cards. What actually has a fear counter? Poison's not too bad. I can deal with that. So here we go. What actually has a fear counter? Probably one of the event heroes. Oh, okay, yeah. That's a very poor selection. What about with dark? Yeah. Oh dear. So I don't have many fear counter cards, so that's going to make the guild bosses very difficult. So what I'm going to do now is get a solo boss up. Well, not the Carillion one, as I can't kill that. And then test out my deck on that. Okay, so I have a diamond solo boss up. Now I'm going to test out my team on this. This boss does not have fear, so it's a lot easier than the guild boss. It does have armour though, but if I get a good hit off, armour doesn't really have that much effect, which is pretty useful. So here we go. If I get really lucky, I will get the 500% overkill on the boss. If I don't get lucky, then I probably won't even kill the boss. So here we go. Right. Let's hope I get lucky. So it puts armour up pretty early on. Let's use both of these cards. Wait one more turn. And now we should have plenty of power gems filling the grid, and I can try and get a hit off. Let's see what happens. That's not too bad. What's the highest? Probably those. Right, okay, let's see what this does. Not a bad first hit. Get the golems ultra rare up again. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait a few turns as I don't have the skills ready. So this won't hit for much. Right, I need to get the golems ultra rare going again. That's quite important. Right, I can't do anything this attack. I'm going to go with the next attack. Using the battle boost as well helps to stop my HP from running out, which is quite useful. Right, let's match this. I think I should have a good grid. See what happens. Yeah, there's some good power gems spawning now. I can see a 10 and a... I can see, let's go for... Oh, I can see a 15 there. This should be good. Let's see. Not as good as I was expecting. But still, it killed the boss, and that's the important part. Most of the trophies are from the guild bosses, so it's just important to get the solo bosses defeated. So let's have a look at the actual event rewards. Let's start with the collection. So this looks like a legend collection of some sort. Yeah, as there's a 4-star legend somewhere in here. There it is. This is okay. Legends are a bit outdated though compared to some of the modern cards, so not a massively important collection. Those Ascension Stones though are very useful. Want to make sure you get those. I'll go and claim my massive 50 mana. An amazing reward there. I don't know why 50 mana's even in the collection. It has basically no use whatsoever. The Pentarch gem shards definitely want to get. So yeah, try and finish this collection if you can. Now onto the warden or dragoon. I've not checked yet. Okay, it's a fire. Ooh, flatline. Okay. Now flatline nowadays, yeah, with Gem Crush, it's not really much use. Let's go near the top and have a look what the stats are like on a 6-star version. The attack seems rather low if I'm being honest, but the HP is decent. It may be one to consider. I mean, I don't think it's really that good flatline anymore. With a good deck, you have all the skills fully charged on turn 1 anyway. So maybe I'll use that, but probably not if I'm being honest. So finally, you may have noticed there was something mentioned in the news feed. Here we go. A change to GVG. HP and armour has been increased. Now I haven't noticed a huge amount of difference here. I have been testing out GVG, but wardens are definitely slightly harder. Some of the wardens have taken 2 hits rather than 1 to defeat with the supercharged buff up. So let's have a quick look at the event cards, then I will do a test on my own team. So here is the ultimate form. This creates 6 Power Gem 5s plus Power Gem 4s. Also has a nice passive skill, so using this with the Golems deck could be extremely effective actually. This looks like a very nice card. Let's have a quick look at the other 2 cards for this deck. So that creates 6 Power Gem 4s plus another 4 depending on how many water gems are on the grid. So yeah, this deck seems to create a lot of power gems. However, I don't really need any more Immortal Killer water cards. Immune to damage and dispels all debuffs, but no damage boost like with the Golems deck. So this seems like a deck that spawns plenty of power gems. Very useful if used with, say, the Golems deck like I'm using. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing a test on my GVG defense. I want to see if the damage has been changed that the wardens deal. I also want to see if they are actually tougher to defeat. I'm going to be testing this out on my own defense. Now this is slightly different to what I normally have. I normally have Toxin at the start, but this time I decided to put my most powerful warden at the start instead. I want to see if I survive the first hit. And then after that, I will see if any of the wardens survive my attacks or not. So, first off, let's see how much damage that first warden actually deals. So I do have 703k HP. This is without a GVG relic. The Dragoon is on 2 stars now. So what I'm going to do here is just match anything and then see if I survive or not. Well, that did just under 200k HP. That's definitely feeling lower than what it was doing before. Let's exit out. I'm just going to show you the team I am using. The Dragoon has 2 stars on it and is 2 times awakened. I picked Beast Killer as the specialisation for the Dragoon. This is what it looks like at 3 stars. The reason I picked Beast Killer, it spawns power gems and has a toxin counter, so when I get my GVG relic done, that will counter toxin every time, so that makes it a very useful Dragoon to have. Then with that, it's cards from the Golems deck. 2 ultra rares. And then we have the Glorious Golems again. And Sporaz the Goliath. So all cards from the Golems deck with the exception of the Dragoon. This makes a very powerful attacking team. However, if it gets hit by Toxin, it's pretty much finished. So let's go again and see if any of the Wardens can really survive. So this time I will get supercharged up on turn 1. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So just use one of the cards, I think, and then match a few gems and see if it survives or not. No. Okay, so using this deck, I'm not really seeing much difference in the health and armour. I'm going to guess this will be more noticeable on higher power Wardens. But on my defence, it's not really noticeable. The problem now is I'm still going to get hit by the Toxin Warden, as this one is going to die. So just out of interest, can I defeat the Toxin Warden without the supercharged buff? Let's find out. This should be interesting. I don't think I will be able to do it. And the chance of actually getting a counter is extremely low. Right, so let's see what happens from here. I'll use all the skills. I may have overdone the gem crushing here. So without supercharged, it hardly damaged the Warden, so yeah, I would say that was noticeable there. The armour is definitely higher than what it was before. However, if your attack deck is really strong, this should not be too much of a problem. It's going to be a major problem for me now unless a very slim chance of Toxin actually countering with the Dragoon, which I don't think is going to happen, and it needs to counter twice in a row as well. Yeah, that's not happening. Right, so I'm just going to have to admit defeat here. There's no way I'm killing this without the supercharged buff. However, with the supercharged, it felt about the same as what it was before they changed the armour and health. So that hopefully gives you an idea of the changes they have actually made here. Of course, I would never take on a Toxin Warden with a team like that. I would go in with this team, as this card has the Toxin counter and the Mass Dispel skill that removes all debuffs, plus I have a turn delay card there. And I think that about covers this video. I've covered the cards I'm using, the event, and the changes that have been made to GBG. So I hope this was interesting. If you do have any questions or suggestions regarding this, please let me know in the comments. I will do my best to help you there. And thanks for watching.